All I can say is that the fake news just doesn't get it, do they? They don't. And I don't care where they are. The fake news could be in Washington, D.C. or Kiev. Yes, Kyiv, as they say. I haven't been impressed. There have been some exceptions. This guy's always on his balcony, always trying to correct anchors back in New York. Same with this guy, also at Fox. There's something about them. They're not out in the field. They're not seeing the action. Sometimes, but for the most part, no. The coverage is weak. We've all seen it. What we're relying on are those social media accounts. And when we do watch these reporters, if you really watch, listen to what they're saying and listen to what they're talking about, they're exaggerating. And they love to pick fights, by the way, with the anchors, all right? They just get a little bit touchy about what's said. Even they wait during the commercial break. They're listening. And, well, this happened.
I can't help but feel that this is a lot like other stories that we've gone through in the digital age, in which an image is taken and then played over and over and over again to create some kind of emotional response out of you, because that makes a profit for news companies, right?
Speaking as someone on the ground, I want to say that this is not the media trying to drum up some emotional response. This is absolutely what's happening.
Well, he's speaking on the ground, not necessarily where everything is happening. He is several hundred miles from Kharkiv. He's in Kyiv on a balcony. That's fine. There's some of that has to be done. But it is a significant distance from where a lot of the action is taking place. Also, you saw the hospital bombing in Mariupol. That is also a long way away, almost a 12-hour drive. Look, these guys have their challenges, but I'd like to see more on-the-ground reporting. There has been some of it, not much. A lot of them go all the way over there and look at their phones to follow the news, okay? Just like we're doing here. By the way, we got a great reporter. We got two of them, actually. We got Sarah Williamson and Chuck Holton. Have you seen this guy, Chuck Holton? Look, there he is. He's carrying somebody. This is a Newsmax employee helping out a guy who was wounded. Chuck Holton, we're going to be checking in with him later in the week. He's pretty amazing. And look, I speak from experience. I have reported from war zones. It's not fun. It's pretty intense. But what was happening in previous wars, like in Iraq, we were embedded. We were right there with American troops. Now, I understand who wants to embed with the Russian troops. That's probably not a good idea right now. But something. We're getting too much reporting from hotel balconies, and there, I said it. I'm not impressed. Let me know what you think. All right, on to this. More people from the Trump administration are trying to cash in. That is Stephanie Grisham. Remember her? Maybe you don't. She was a press secretary who never held a press briefing. She wrote a book a while ago, and now she is guest hosting The View. Now, what makes her eligible? Well, she hates Trump. She turned on Trump. And that's why they let her sit at the table. But they still abuse her.
I have to ask, why did it take an insurrection to get you to quit?
It's a great, fair question.
Excuse me, what did you believe in? His policies? Because you know he was a sexist, misogynist. You heard the tapes about grabbing women, all that.
I sure did. Come in and treat our country, hopefully, like a business.
But you know he's a fake businessman.
I learned that.
Well, she knows it now.
I didn't.
But you must have known at some point, sorry to interrogate you.
You can interrogate me all you want.
You screwed up.
I did screw up.
I don't understand how it takes two impeachments for someone to say, man, maybe I'm on the wrong team here.
Okay, that's a really fair and balanced panel. And the person they're talking to also hates Trump. So once they get over the preliminary introduction, she says stuff that they want to hear. She's already in with the swamp. Now she wants in with Hollywood. Take a look.
He started saying the quiet part out loud. The discrimination became transparent and blatant, and this is the result of it.
Well, and this one's personal to me, and you bring up a great point because of my former boss. I have a 14-year-old son who is gay, recently came out as gay, which I have his permission to talk about this, by the way. And he didn't want to tell his friends where I worked. Yeah. You know, he was like, he was ashamed of where I worked, rightfully so.
Rightfully so. She was working at the Trump White House. He was rightfully ashamed. She should have, if that's how she felt, she could have resigned a long time ago. By the way, bringing up a 14-year-old who I guess was 12 at the time He's already convinced he's gay. That's inappropriate. That's, by the way, your family business. And it's exploitive, let's face it. And then this.
He really admired Putin, and I saw that firsthand. I saw him say to Putin, hey, I'm going to be tough on you in front of the cameras. You understand, and once the cameras are gone, we'll have a real conversation.
He said that.
He said that, yeah.
That was him going tough on Putin?
Well, exactly, exactly.
Okay, he said that. He said that. You know who else said that? Barack Obama. Barack Obama said, I'm going to be one way in public and another way behind the scenes. It happens in life, all right?
This is my last election, basically. Yeah. After my election, I have more flexibility. Yeah.
I understand. I transmit this information to Vladimir and Stanford.
One way in public, another way in private. Don't listen to what I say. I really think this way. Politics. It's a crummy game, but hey, she's not the only one, this Stephanie Grisham. Do you remember Alyssa Ferrer? All these people, they had big, sweet jobs in government, and now they're cashing in, and they'll do anything to be on television, I guess. She went on The View as well a while back. The View. Who? You're going to sell your soul to be on this show? I guess the answer is yes.
You know who this person is.
Yeah.
He's the person that is grabbing by the you-know-what.
Well,
and you're working for him.
I didn't have any illusions about who the president was. So I should go back further. I was Vice President Pence's press secretary for 2 years. So I was tangentially working with the Trump White House, different building, but serving a very different man.
Well, you're not working for Darth Vader, but you're a stormtrooper.
It's actually very well said.
What does it say to everybody else who worked there, okay? She got hers. She's selfish. She was in it for herself. Mr. President, Donald Trump I'm speaking to, please don't hire any of these swamp characters next time around. And I think there's going to be a next time around. I really, really do. Alyssa, oh, by the way, the swamp and Hollywood, they'll never forgive you. Put them down for a moment. Show me Sunny after she was done asking her question. Look at that. You're not convincing her. She'll never trust you. They'll never welcome you back. And Alyssa and Stephanie, was it really worth it? Is being on TV all that much? I mean, it's okay, but really, to sell out like this, you know, I really like the guy who has a show before mine, Sean Spicer. He did not sell out. He was for Trump. There he is with Trump, with Mike Pence. And now he's got a show. He has not changed his colors. He's the same guy, great guy. And I watch him every night at 6 o'clock. And you should too. Stay with us. We'll be right back.